Hello guys, Vengeancer here. Got another BDO video today. It's been a little bit of time since my last one. I'm over here at Navarne Step. I was hoping I'd never have to come back to this place, but alas, here we are. Before I get back to what I was doing, I'm going to update you on what I have done. So I did spend a lot of money on these silver event boxes. I've done it twice. And both times I ended up with a cup. So the first one was the Cup of Lone Tide, the second one was Cup of Earth Sorrows. So that cuts down on some of the grind that I gotta do. I also turned in my trade crates and got 9 billion silver, so I ended up with 6 billion more. So I'm at 29 overall. But I also spent some money and bought a Lightstone of Flora Stir. And then I've got me a cooking setup now with my Lightstones, so that I got -2 cooking off the time. And it helps with the cooking a lot. I'm pretty much having to switch to cooking, and this is what I wanted to make a video about. It seems like Black Desert is changing. And yes, I'm skinning flamingos because I want knowledge on them. The knowledge is what I am here for. But it seems like Black Desert, and while I do this knowledge grind, I want to get to 600 energy. Can't hardly get these silk. This may take me an hour, it may take me 5 minutes, it just depends on the RNG. But it seems like Black Desert's changing. I don't understand the choices and the changes that Pearl Abyss is making. They buffed life skilling, but now they have... Hey look, there's a flamingo. That's not the one I'm looking for. I need the silk shade ones. They seem to be killing life skills off. So they buffed it a couple of weeks ago, right? They put in the mini games and stuff. But now with the last patch that they did, they increased wood and ore prices, but they increased the mid tier. Okay? So the max price for, say, and I'm going to use fur because it's one that's usually always... It hasn't went up yet, but they well, it's starting to. It's starting to on the curve. It was maxed out before because there's a bunch of orders, and I guess people are selling it now because it's worth selling. But they cranked the max cap for the fur planks up to 17,000 silver. Well, you need 10 of those to craft a plywood, right? Well, you need 5 plywood to craft a crate. So they've effectively killed off crate trading. I know that if you have high mastery with processing, that you're going to get... It's not going to take exactly 5 planks to make a plywood because of the extra amounts that you're going to get. So you could get, you know, one to, I think, 5. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this flamingo meat. Not even worth the silver. It's not worth using the energy on it. Anyway, the planks are way more than what you're going to get out of plywood, because plywood max price they didn't increase. They increased the sturdy, but they didn't increase the regular plywood. So using fur as an example, and of course all of them, they did it all across the board. All the planks got increased. And I think the regular ore timber did too, and the ores are the same. But the crates aren't made out of planks, and they're made out of plywood. So this makes trade crates very, very unprofitable, because you're going to need 5 plywood per crate, and each crate... I turned my crates in with a max distance bonus of 150%, with a bargain bonus Master 11, Master 12 trading. And the max I got out of like a Calpheon crate was like 400 and something thousand silver. So you're going to have to take each plywood, not counting for the fact that you get more per proc. So if you make one plywood out of planks, each plywood's going to cost you 170,000 silver. You're going to need 5 of those. So that's 800,000 silver per crate to cost to make it. You're only recouping half of your silver. Now with mastery at processing, each crate's gonna cost less than that because of double procs and quad procs, and getting more plywood per craft than just one. So that each plywood's not going to cost exactly 170,000, but even so, you're still going to have. I really want this knowledge to proc. I need to get out of this place. It's still not going to be profitable across the board on all the crates, so they've increased the. Hey, cool! I got this. I need a lot of Kamisilva knowledge still, but that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to get to 600 energy, so I'm just going through. I started at the bottom, and I'm just working my way up until I get all of the knowledge, because this is the only way I have left to increase my max energy. It's a long grind. Kamisilva ecology and Valencia ecology are probably the worst after the academics with all of the amity, but I've already done all the academics. I've got that grind out of the way, and I've done all the other ecologies. I just have this Kamisilva one left, and then I need to go look and see if I've missed any categories. I gotta do Merrimack, but I'm not worried about that. I already did this forest one, which wasn't too bad. This one wasn't very much fun, but this is the worst one. Kamisilva Forest 2. There's so many in here, and you only get 3 energy for the whole category. Valencia is the same way. I do need to run through Odalita, but Valencia is also the same way. At least you get 4 energy out of it, and you do the Achmans still. And Gaha's I tried to do, but all I've got left is Shadow of Gaha and Large Watchtower, and I could not get those energies to drop. But the Creatures of Valencia is going to be a real pain. I got to go over there and do that, but I want to finish Kamisilva before I go do that. So that's what I'm working on. I want to push for 600 energy, so I have enough of an energy pool, and I'm slowly switched to cooking because of the trade crate thing, which is why the energy is important. It's very bad. I don't know if they're going to fix it. I know the profit margin is probably still a little bit favorable, but just by doing base calculations without taking processing mastery into account, profits are not there. So it's basically a waste. Now, granted, the prices haven't maxed out yet, but they will. Fur is needed. Fur timber and planks are needed for so much. It's important that it'll max out, and it'll be a problem. So you could pretty much just process all your fur into planks and dump it on the market when the price hits high, and you will make more than if you did crates. Which is a sad thing, because that's how I was leveling up my... Of course, that doesn't give me the knowledge. That's how I was leveling up my trading. So it's just one of those things. There's another one. There should be a silk one in here too. There we go. I don't understand why the knowledge is so hard to get on this thing. I'm not running any extra knowledge buffs or anything. A lot of times I will, but I don't have any here with me anymore. Pretty sure I ran out of them. I did have a bunch of chocolates I was running. We can use this one for a couple hours. That'll be good. I still got that one that I can run. So we'll do that. The other thing I can do is look at pets. Where is chance to get knowledge? I have one. Here's the dodo. Alright, so let's check all these in. And we'll just take out the ones that have the knowledge on it. Take you out. Let's see. I had another one that had knowledge on it, I thought. I guess not. Now I just have the tier 4 dodo. It's probably because this sucker's in here. I had another dodo that I could put on, but I don't care. Let's take you out and you out. I don't really need the resistance. That'll be fine. That will be fine. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but this is a necessity. It has to be done. I have to switch to cooking because I need to get all my Balanos meals cooked up for the Imperial turn-ins to get passive income, since the trade crates are kind of eh. I'm still going to be doing trade crates, but I turned all mine in, minus the few that transported after, so I still got about 1,000, but let me give you the numbers on those here in a second. I'm out of resources. I can't craft any more crates. I've got 600 brass ones and a cozy muffler. But the rest of this stuff is all from hunting, and then these things here, I'm just out of resources. My hub is in Heidel, and I don't have much to process, so I'm letting my materials build back up. I got quite a few things in Calpheon that I still need to do as well. And then I've got some new nodes in Land of Morning Light. So see, I got 20,000 here that I need to transfer over. And then I've got a couple of new nodes in Velia that don't have workers that are 40 yet, so they're still dumping to Velia. I need to transfer that stuff and get that going. And then up here, I started seeing, I got a Dokebi running to the Dokebi Forest. See if maybe I can get a Forest Crystal. He's not very he's just a skilled one. He's not very high up, but I just started it, so once he gets there, we'll promote him. Maple, so I've got several bits of wood there that I can work on as well. So the crates are still coming. It's just, I don't know how profitable it's going to be. To me, it's worth it just to level up trading, and I don't have to have a value pack. And I got some coal there. I don't have to have a value pack to get the money out of my resources. Yes, I don't make quite as much, but it is what it is. So, the numbers. I wrote them down. I traded in 25,550 crates overall, and 3 of those hunting things that were cozy mufflers is what they're called. Oh, come on, just give me the knowledge off of it. So, 25,550 crates. 17 of those were Balanos timber crates. 11 were Serendia timber crates. 3,688 of them. Give me the knowledge. 3,688 of them were Calpheon timber crates. 6,196 of those were brass. 6,445 of those were bronze, and then 9,193 were steel. So that's 25,550. Overall, with the assorted ones, I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, come on, I just need the knowledge. Yeah, we're still missing it. The crabs are the worst ones because you can't see those. So I'm trying to do everything except for the crabs and leave those to last. But overall, I ended up with 9,190,846,536 silver out of those crates, and 3 billion of it I spent on the gambling boxes, which turned out to be good because those gambling boxes gave me a cup. And those cups are very quickly going to 5 billion. Very quickly. They're already way up there. They're already, there's several orders at 3.6, but you could set one at max price and somebody'd probably buy it. I'm not going to sell mine off. Same with this one. Yeah, there's already orders at 4.1. I will not be selling mine off because I'm going to use them. So it just saves me on the grind or having to buy it. To avoid grinding that spot, if I had a class that grinded better or faster, I would not be as opposed to it, but Succession Wizard is just not very fun to grind with. Maybe they will change it so that the numbers are better off in the future, but they have not yet. So, but that's my crate numbers. I'm happy with that because, like I said, I don't have to use a value pack to get that out, and I can save them. Especially since value packs are pretty much not being sold on the market hardly ever. I have had an order in for months and haven't got one, so we're running dry on the luck from the market, but oh, I'm stuck. This is bad. Set the swim over here where I can't see. Just give me the knowledge. Nope. Well, that's sad. So I'm gonna keep running back and forth till I get that knowledge, I guess. Unfortunately, the max energy grinding on Black Desert to get your energy pool up is just brutal, especially in the later levels when you're pretty much out of easy energy to get. Thought there was another one here. Guess not. But once it's done, it's one of those permanent account upgrades to where all your characters share the energy, max energy, so you can you get however many characters you have, you get that much more out of it. So it's just one of those things you just gotta be patient and wait for it. But anyway, back to the topic that I had going. I think Black Desert's changing. I think the developers that have taken over or that are working on it, I think they're pushing away from AFK activities or semi-AFK activities, and they are basically making it impossible to avoid marketplace tax. They want everybody grinding. And once you're grinding and spending active hours and then using their value packs, they want the monthly subs, if you will. Which, you don't blame them. It's a business. That's fine. But I always have a problem with if they don't fix the trading system in general to where I can actually dump my resources through trading. If they don't fix it, it's the same as having content and then taking it away, which is not good. You don't do that for games. That's how you kill games. And if they keep killing off life skilling, I mean, the majority, especially a majority of the population, they're life skillers. They don't just sit in PvP all the time. I mean, yeah, PvP content is great and all. Sweet, got the knowledge. I don't care if it's a C. I don't care about the extra drop rate on the knowledge. I don't care about getting S on all of them. I just care about having the knowledge overall. If I need more drop rate, I can come back and regrind that later. But for right now, I would just want it for the max energy. Done with that mess. Okay, so we have that. And what I'm talking about is here at current points, you get it for all of your monster knowledge overall. If you can get to 10,000, you get 30% plus 30% drop rate. I'm not quite at 4,000, so I got plus 14%. That's fine, whatever. By the time I get all the knowledge, some of these I get very low knowledge. Some of them I get S's pretty easy. But if I get all the knowledge, then we can go back and grind it if I don't hit the 30%. BDO, Water Buffalo. The next one, I look it up on BDO Codex, sorry. Water Buffalo. Let's see, they're like up here. in this area. So, we'll hop on the horse and we'll zoom over there. Now, what I am doing to mitigate my profit losses on trade crates. Well, that's why I'm over here, getting more knowledge. I want to hit 600 energy, which I think I can do pretty easily. I think the max is like 668 or 672 or something. Of course, you got to have titles to get 3 or 4 of those energies over what I've already got. There's the... Get out of the way. There's the list. I got max energy +5 with 624 titles. You need 1500 to get to +8, so I'm missing 3 energy there. So you can get even more with the +10 energy crystals or whatever it is. So I haven't looked into that, but because what's the point? I don't want to run an energy crystal set right now. But I will say that I would like to be 600 plus, and being as close as I am to it, it's just one of those deals where I need it to happen. Okay, so it looks like I've got 2, and I could have done the silk shade ones here too, I guess. And the game doesn't like it when you kill gazelles. If you kill them, the karma goes down. It gives you a warning. I don't know why. Passive mob, maybe? But I guess I have to sit here and wait for these water buffalo to respawn. I don't know if I got a young horned deer knowledge or not. Scale iguana, cuckoo bird, red-beaked valor, bighorn, tree spirit, female horned deer, feather weasel, forest, and then crabs. No, don't need the young horned deer. I didn't see it there. So, I don't know, but I go look it up on BDO Codex. And then I just kind of sit here and wait for them to respawn. It's very, very boring, but I put a show on the other screen and just kind of chill. Feather weasel, don't I need this knowledge? Just keep killing everything in the area. Come on, water buffaloes, I need you to respawn. Man, they're slow. And I think that butchering or tanning them help with the... We're in the Moncham area. Gotta be careful. I don't want to get my horse killed. I think butchering them or skinning them helps with that, so I think I'll just use some energy and do that. I have the highest mastery with butchering, so we'll just get some meat out of it. Get some of my silver back out for my time. Might as well, right? Female horned deer, why not? See, now I got a C knowledge instead of like D or whatever it was. And I get some black gem fragments. Those are always nice. I wish they would have increased the price on those because I got a ton of those sitting in the storage. But my overall game plan: get 600 energy and start doing tons and tons of meat gathering and cooking because I need the byproducts. I want the witch's delicacies, and I'm still doing a ton of fishing for the broken bottles and farming for the blush leaves. I'm going to turn all those in, and I'm going to keep grinding those out until I hit 500 contribution points. I don't know what I'm going to do with the next 75 contribution points because I still got 8 sitting here. But I'll figure that out when I get that many. And then I will have 500 contribution points, which that's been my goal for a while. I just have been collecting and saving. If I go to Serendia, I got 4,439, so I might be able to get a level 1 or 2 contribution out of that. The blush leaves, I don't know how many I can get out of that, maybe half of a level or something. And then I got 1,059 discarded glass bottles from fishing. So, all that put together hopefully gets me a few contribution points. And the more I get, the more Imperial turn-ins I can do, which is the overall goal. I want to start leaning towards cooking and doing Imperial turn-ins so I have some daily silver income, and all I have to do is basically AFK cook, package it up, and then once I have several thousands of those, I don't have to worry about it on a daily basis. I can just turn them in and get a couple 100 million silver every day without doing anything. I need to streamline my silver income because this brings me to the other part of their oops, I didn't mean to hit that one. I wanted the water buffalo. This brings me to the other part of Parallel Business changes. They have boosted the price of memory fragments from 3 million to 5 million. And they're already starting to peak. They're already at 3.5 million. They did go up to 4 million for a little bit, and now they're dropped back down. There's a bunch of them. People are running them now. But the other issue I have is the scrolls. They've increased the cap on scrolls. So now scrolls have overnight went stupid high. They were like 2.1, and now the min price that you can even order at is 2.6. So that's 2.5 million silver per scroll that you're losing over what the price used to be. So memory fragments are going to be a problem, and I've already burned through, you know, at the 5 million silver price cap. Just last week alone, doing week before or whatever, I burned through 5,100 memory fragments. So that's 25 billion silver. That's bad, like really bad. And I still haven't hit the pin black star, so I don't know. I'm considering my first immediate thoughts are, crap, I have to streamline my silver incomes and start actually making sure I get daily silver, even if it's just a trickle coming in, because I need I need it. I mean, I'm gonna have to have a ton of silver to get through the immediate future with the Black Star enhancing, and then later on the accessory enhancing. But the other half of my thing is to quit being so freaking lazy. I'm pretty lazy in Black Desert. I like to do the I hate this mini game. That one is the worst out of all of them, I think. Don't mind the lumbering one. Don't mind the mining one. Haven't had to deal with the tanning one because I haven't done much tanning. These herbalist sacks are nice though. Weasel meat. Your meat. So I'm making pretty good silver just sitting here doing knowledge grinding, but I need to quit being lazy. I like to do the fishing, which I need to do. Guru 26. I would love to have that at Guru 30. And fishing gets me quite a bit of silver, and it's like only 30 to 100 mil depending on what fish I catch and how many relics I get overnight. But it's still a little trickle in income that I don't have to do anything. I just leave it up overnight. So I want the Imperial boxes to come in, so that I'll be making 200 to 300 million silver a day or a night, whatever you want to call it, without having to touch the game really, other than just sitting down, turning in the boxes, and then setting the AFK back up. That's going to help a lot, and you won't think that that's a lot, but if you're making 300 million a day, that's 2.7 billion a week. 2.1 billion, sorry. So 7 days, 300 million, 2.1 billion. But it's still just a drop in the bucket or the ocean of how much silver you need for this game, especially if you're buying your gear. Me, I like to make my own gear, so it's really just random. You just set and you do it and then you wait. But I want to get into the cooking because it's helping with the overall turn-ins, and it's helping with just turning some of my energy into resources that I can get silver out of. Plus, I need to do gathering anyway because I need hards and sharps. And I may have to look into hunting. I was doing some hunting before, but it wasn't super profitable. Oh, come on. Just give me the knowledge. I don't want to sit here any longer. I want to move on. I want to get another one. So, but this is my game plan. I'm going to keep on doing this. I got one other update that I did that I want to go over before I have some final thoughts. So I did tell you about this node that I got, the excavation node, because I want the forest crystals. Those turn into the new life skill crystals, but I also invested a lot of my CP up here in these lumbering nodes. I may have went over that before, but I did this for the trade crates, and then they changed all the prices on maintenance, so now I'm kind of second guessing myself, but it's still silver. I don't have to do anything for it. I can process it and dump it, and I get trade levels, so it's fine. I still haven't done any of the quests up here. I need to go do that. I just kind of ran all over the place and got the nodes that I needed and wanted. I need to go finish the knowledge and get the energy out of it. The other thing that I did, I'm trying to remember. There was something else I wanted to relay that I can't remember what. Oh, the Sea Palace. New the event quest. I did all of them except for the repeatables, so that I could get the boxes out of those, and I got like junk out of them. It was like just NPC items worth 50 mil. One of my guildies got Garmoth heart out of it, which is what I was going for, but I didn't end up getting that. They're worth doing, but it's a whole lot of just spamming the R button, and so I didn't record it because it was pretty boring. I didn't sit and watch all the cutscenes or the stories. I kind of fast forwarded through them. It was boring. And maybe the Baby Veil event that they're doing and some of the other events are more exciting, but I really doubt it. They put all this work into these events that no one really cares about, and then they mess up the... I don't think I'm getting the knowledge today. Hey, cool. That's 10 million. So, funny thing about these, this reminds me, this give me a little content. My wife is a lucky little thing, I tell you. She was over there gathering lion meat, and I didn't even know this event was really going on, but she was over gathering lion meat just to make some silver, because they increased the price of a lot of the meats and stuff, and so lion meat has gone stupid high too. It went from like 20-something thousand to 40,000 max price. So there's going to be tons of orders going up, but yeah, it was at 29,000 and they almost doubled it up to 40,000. So you can make a crazy amount of money pretty quick on lion meat now. But she was over there gathering lion meat, and she procced the gathering mini game and completed it and got her rewards. Well, it happened to proc this Centennial Wild Ginseng, so she got 10 of those, on one gather because of the gathering price. She made 100 million silver just off of that alone. And then she procced, that was the second time, but first time she procced a mini game, it gave her the other ones. They're the other ginseng things that give you like 30 minutes of life XP and mastery. So she procced 10 of those the first time. She's lucky. But I've gotten one of the 10 million ones a couple of times, but I have yet to proc it on a mini game. So that's pretty much all I got to relay. I'm gonna try and streamline some of my AFK activities, and then make sure that when I'm sitting here playing that I'm actually doing something instead of just like watching my character fish or managing inventories, because I tend to do a lot of that and then I end up not getting much done. If I put in hours grinding, I would make a lot more silver, probably a lot more progress, and it wouldn't be so boring to watch. Other than my thoughts on what's going on here. But I just wonder if the developers aren't trying to just brush life skills under the rug and get rid of them. And I tell you right now, if they do patch the life skills into the ground where you pretty much have to grind and the life skills just aren't worth it, they're already behind in terms of silver generation compared to grinding and active playing. Which I'm fine with them being behind a little bit because it's mostly AFK stuff. But now, when you can literally process and then sell your stuff on the marketplace, and it makes you more silver than if you go ahead and process it again and turn it into a crate and use one of the game mechanics. And basically, you buy their sub. Get out of there. Spam phone calls. Basically, you buy their sub, which is value pack. It's not required to play the game, but they're trying their hardest to make it very difficult to make silver without having it. So it's one of those deals where if they do continue down this road and life skills are to the point where they're just not worth it, I'm going to probably quit leaving my PC on and eventually just quit logging in, because the life skills in Black Desert is the reason I play the game. You know, I've played Korean grinders before without the life skill systems. They don't last. The reason BDO lasts is because of the life skill systems. And the combat system is good, but without everything else there to support it, it's just a grind game, you know? I mean, everything's a grind in Black Desert, but the content comes from all the systems together, not just part of it. The variety of things to do is what makes this game so good. And if they are killing some of that content off and removing it, I'm gonna have a hard time finding a reason to log in. I like to be able to manage all the little systems. I like to be able to set things up and find ways of making silver that are unorthodox. I like doing having the little worker empire. Oh, come on, give me the knowledge already. But with how they're making it very hard to do anything except for just grinding. And, you know, I don't have the best in terms of life skill gear. I guess I could put all of that stuff on, since I'm over here just kind of grinding anyway, doing meat gathering basically anyway. Could put that on and get my mastery up. I have Tri-Manos. It's not like it's fantastic, you know, and most of my tools are Tet. Let me look at the tool bag. I don't have a Tet, man. Fluid collector, because I don't do that much, and then the tanning knife, I don't use it much, but I do use the hoe, the pickaxe, the lumbering axe, and the butcher knife. So I made those Tet, but it's just kind of a waste, you know. You grind all the Manos stuff, and then if they are phasing it out, there's no point. So it's a sad day. I'm going to keep an eye on the forums and keep an eye on the next coming patches to see if they make any changes, but it's not looking too great for some of the life skills, and that makes me sad. But I'm going to keep grinding out knowledge. I'm going to do my best to find ways around the current patches and keep making silver with bare minimum effort. And then when I want to grind, I will be grinding Ackman and Histria so that I can work on those compass pieces, because I want to finish the compass before I move on to just pure silver grinding. I have made a choice, and I'm going to compass grind and scroll grind over in Ackman and Histria until I get the Ben Blackstar / compass done. And then after that, I will work on the Fallen God armor. I'm still dumping Kafirs in the helmet when I get a chance. The shirt is done, but I will start grinding everything I need to convert that to Fallen God once I get the compass / Pin Black Star finished, and then we'll move on to other things. But that is my game plan, and that's where I'm going. So I don't know. Keep an eye. I will keep on grinding, keep on updating, see where it gets me. And if you got any questions or suggestions, put them down below. Thank you so much for watching. As always, until next time.